All right, what's going on, people? Thank you for joining in at work. That we got a special guest in the building. Brr, 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 brr. Yeah, that's the cheap, low budget sound effects. But I'm trying to bring something new to the channel. I know it's not all the dance fitness, but as creators, this is important too, so you understand that we can build a community for ourselves and that everybody can have a piece of the pie. You just got to build a bigger pie for everybody to eat. There's no shame in my game. I help promote people. That's what I do. No matter if someone doing my workout or they workout. So
Mhm.
introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Paige Romans. I am the founder of Soca Fitness LLC. We are located here in Florida, city of North Lauderdale. Um, I have been dancing, I would say, my entire life. Just love music.
Hmm.
I love the fun, exciting environments. I started doing this. Let me see here. Well, soccer fitness started 2019,
Okay.
but I was doing personal training since 2016.
Okay. So what made you make the jump from personal fitness to doing the Soca fitness?
Because even as I was training, I was
Hmm.
dancing. So I
Mm.
something hit me one day. It was just like, okay, what do you love to do the most? Like
Hmm.
they always say for your career, it have to bring you joy.
Yes.
So I was just like, all right, I was juggling so many different things. I was in school, I was doing 9 to 5, I was doing daycare, so
Hmm.
many things. I was like, all right, you have to pick one and master that.
Okay.
And I
Hmm.
love training and I love dancing.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's put them together.
That's good. And two, I mean, and two with training, you may have got tired of doing just the one-on-one, right? Like you only could reach one person at a time for however many hours or minutes. But now with Soca Fitness, you can reach multiple people in one group setting and impact more people.
More people. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And in the class, we use weights. So I still incorporate learning how to use weights in the class. Because even
That's
with
good.
dancing, eventually to tone up, you're gonna have to learn how to use the weights eventually.
Yeah, and it's good. It's good to hear a female say it. I mean, I try to preach to because most of my audience is all female, and it
Hmm.
just they get scared of lifting weights, and like you said, you
Hmm.
only dance so far. And I think me and you have the same similarity where I saw a need where people were just dancing too much and not incorporating other things to strengthen your body, right? Because when you get
Hmm.
older, you're gonna need to have your bones. You don't want to get osteoporosis. You can break a hip and fall. So it's important to
Say
build
it
the strength,
again.
to build the
Hmm.
strength training now. So it's good that you're incorporating to show people, look, you don't have to be afraid of weights, right? And
Right.
so,
I catch them. When I was with youth, I used to catch them off guard because a lot of them would just see the dancing. They didn't see
mm,
the weights. So it's
hmm,
like, boom, on the spot. No, you have to use the weights because guess what? Everybody else around you are using weights. So pick up
hmm,
one and let's go.
yeah,
And it's hard to refuse. No, it's like, all right, all right,
hmm,
I'll try.
yeah, definitely. And then once if you keep preaching it to them, then they'll understand the value of using weights. Educating and not just going there to just twirl your hips, wind your waist, and do all that. Right? It's about education too, and that's what you're doing. And it's so important for people to hear that message as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah, man, they get comfortable. They get comfortable because even I mean, for myself or for yourself, you can think back to where you started something new.
Hmm.
Like or maybe when you first tie your shoes, right? And it's like, yes, right now I know how to tie my shoe. I'm just gonna keep tying my shoe. Or when you first learn how to jump rope, it's like, all right, I'm not uncomfortable now. I can jump rope with the rest of the kids on the schoolyard type of thing.
Hmm.
So it's like, all right, I learned how to use the weights in the class. I think I can go over there and grab some weights and work out.
Hmm.
Kind of breaks the ice, is basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely is a good ice because you need that in fitness. People are, like you said, they're intimidated about something or they need that little push just to make them like, oh, okay, I guess I can try this, and then they'll figure out
Uh,
the benefits, and then they'll probably eventually, you know, like it. They'll look at you and then be like, okay, I see what this does. Let me try to do it for myself.
mhm. Those are the good outcomes.
Yeah. So what made you choose soca? You can choose any kind of dance. What made you choose soca?
Listen, Dennis, I used to, when it was just a training,
Hmm.
I didn't think too deep into business, but I was like, I have to have a name. I have to have a name. I
Okay.
used to be trendy fitness.
Trendy, like Trendy.
Yes, yes. I
Mm.
was sitting down, I'm like, oh, trend, because everything is a trend, trendy, trendy.
I mean, I don't like to dash people hopes, but I don't know if that would have caught on. Like, I mean, it's a lot of trendy things, right? I don't think fitness would be considered trendy because people don't like to
Mm-mm,
work out.
mm-mm.
But
But no, soca came about. I did dance hall first. So at
okay.
24-hour fitness, I was doing dance hall, and then I did hip hop.
Hmm.
But one day I played a soca. I played Marshall Montano, and then
Mm.
when I played his song, everybody was just. It was a different energy.
Hmm.
So then the next time I go back to class, I played more of the soca music,
Hmm.
and the energy was just different. So I was like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. And then it just kept going. And
Mm.
it became Soca Blast at first.
Okay.
So we were just blasting it with Soca because that's how it felt.
Okay. That's closer. I like that. That's better than trendy.
But then when I incorporated the weights, it was like, all right, what's Soca Fitness? I'm training, I'm doing the
Hmm.
personal training, I'm doing the
Hmm.
dancing. We are Soca Fitness.
Okay.
Why soca itself?
Mm.
Soca is music, the drums, the
Hmm.
calypso energy, the everything just it just brings life different. So that's where we
It
are.
is, and I can speak for that. Like it's crazy. So I grew up in Indiana, in the Midwest of U.S., and there was no soca scene. Like I didn't even know soca existed until I came to Canada in 2015. Right, like so I came and I'm around all these different people who love soca. When I'm in the gym, I'm like, wait a minute, you telling me this music been out all my life and I never heard of it? Like you said, it's a different energy. And what would make me sad, honestly, was here it is, black people in America get so hype about music, not understanding that there's other hype black music out there, right? Like y- they think they like to party in America, right? They think they have a special style and hypeness with hip hop, and I get it because it is hype to some extent. But when I
Mhm.
see the soca and see the carnival, and you know what I'm saying,
Mm.
seeing the pageantry, seeing all the costumes, you like what? Why don't we embrace this more? Because it definitely is just a totally different energy. So I use it to incorporate. I incorporate everything because I still love hip hop and I love the energy of soca. So it's just it is like you said. It's just a different energy, and it's crazy that it took me this long to even figure out that soca was even a thing.
It was right on time, Dennis. It was right on time.
It was. It definitely was because I know I probably wouldn't have been ready for it before because I heard a couple of songs before when I was in the United States because a couple instructors tried to get me to do something and I was just like, it's okay. I like it. It's hype. But then when I got
Mhm.
to Canada and seeing how the people react to, oh, it changed my mind. Like it was just a totally different
You had to
way.
be in it.
Exactly.
You had
That's
to
what it
be in
was.
it.
I had to be in it because no one really was appreciating it. Then I came here and they just was like, and then it just fit my style, my energy
Mhm.
itself, right? Like it probably would, like you said, you went through so many different ones and you're like, no, that fit my
That's it.
style.
That's the one.
Well, that's speaking of the business, do you have any personal struggles with your business trying to grow your social business now and your YouTube channel?
Yes, marketing is a struggle. For a while, even before, because me, I am the person that always says two kind of people, and I am the one that's hands-on. I like, excuse me. I, I like to be hands-on. So learning the business aspect and the money part and the marketing, and
Mm-hmm.
it was just a lot more to learn. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I just want to be out front and do the routines and
Yep.
connect with the
Mm-hmm.
people.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so much more behind it. So the marketing, I would say, is my biggest struggle
Mm-hmm.
with the business. I'm very old fashioned. As young as I am, I'm very old fashioned, and
Mm-hmm.
I believe in word of mouth. And I'm still learning technology, even though it's my supposed to be my millennial, but I'm still learning technology.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the Zoom like, how do I do this? But I'm learning it.
Yeah.
But it is a struggle
Mm-hmm.
because while I'm learning,
Mm-hmm.
is I feel like I'm behind, you know?
I see. It makes sense. Now, when you were teaching for what you say, 24-hour fitness, right? That's what you were teaching
Mhm.
for. And did you even think about the business side? Because they took care of it, and then so what made you be like, hey, let me do it on my own? Because you said you didn't have any business experience. So what made you confident to say, well, I guess I could try to do it on my own?
Oh, confidence. Lord Jesus, it took me a while, I tell you that.
Yeah.
it I was doing 24 any fit. I was
Okay.
doing classes, both
Mm-hmm.
gyms. All right. When I was nervous, definitely nervous. To have the
Mm-hmm.
confidence, I don't even think so. I think I kind of just closed my eyes and dive into it.
Mm-hmm.
I said to myself, I was in school, I graduated 2019, and
Okay.
I said, once I graduate, I'm just gonna dive right in,
Mm-hmm.
do it. I left UFIT. I gave everyone a notice, 2 week notice, even the class, like, hey, we're gonna be moving over to this building,
Mm-hmm.
and this is where we're going to continue.
Okay.
So I dived right in. I definitely did not have the confidence. I kind of was just like, fuck it.
Yeah. I understand you, like, because I was in the same boat when I worked for Good Life, and
Mm,
I was building my class. I was building work that I didn't have a name for it. I got hired as a Zumba instructor, but I was building my own class. So then I eventually settled on work that, and then I tried to go to the head bosses like, look, I'm bringing all these people to the classes all the time.
mm,
Let's just go ahead and make this official so I can get a name on the schedule, right? So that's something I
mm,
can point to and show people, look what I created, look what you have. And they said no. So like what I did all this proving after 2 years of myself, and so I quit, right? But I had confidence in my skills, right? But finding out, like you said, with the business, it's a different beast, right? Because I'm the same way as you. I'm old school too. Because when I taught at that gym, I didn't even have social media, period. I didn't
mm,
do no advertising in my classes, nothing. But I was getting 70 people class to come
mm,
off of just word of mouth, people talking. Like I said, I had
mm.
no social media, no YouTube, no Instagram, because I didn't really like it that much. So then when I left, and I was like, oh man, I didn't know that I needed business. I didn't know I needed actual marketing. I just thought talent alone would bring people
Mm.
from the gym to where I was teaching in a private studio. Now, some
Nope.
people went over a couple, but I definitely was overconfident that I was going to bring more people, not knowing like I'm sorry at business.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. They didn't accept, so they wanted to keep you under Zumba, not the name that you
Yeah, they
wanted.
want to keep me on this because it's already, it's an established thing that they have at the gym already, right? So
Mm,
they want to keep it as Zumba because Zumba has the marketing built into it, right? It's already done the years
mhm.
and years of marketing. So you really just put it on the schedule, and
Everybody.
people
Yeah.
just know, like people who want to know about it already know about it, right? You have
Hmm.
to do, if you need to start work that now you got to ask questions. What is
Yeah.
work that, right?
Yeah.
And at that point I was the only one teaching. I still don't have instructors. So they were trying to me it was excuses about, well, what will happen when someone subs, and I'm like, I don't
It
miss
is
classes, right? Like I haven't missed classes. I don't know how long, and you're using that as an excuse, but it's
definitely an excuse because I fought for my name at UFIT. They didn't
mm-hmm,
have Soca anything.
mm,
We
mm,
put that. And we did have people saying, "What? Yeah, that was excuses big time." Because you
mm,
could have what you were already doing, you could have made it even bigger with this name, you know?
yeah, and
Look at you
exactly.
now.
I'm trying, and see, and that's the thing, right? Like when I'm in a different frame of mindset, and that's why I'm doing this interview to show people, like, right, me and you and other fitness professionals, especially black fitness professionals, we're just not about our prowess, right? Our dominance of teaching the moves, right? We may be good at what we do, but we still have our mental
Yeah,
capacity. And people don't look
yeah.
at us for that. And I want people to see us for our mental as well as our physical prowess doing these moves, right? So I'm I was trying to get them, but like you said, they just don't want to see it, right? Because it's like,
Mm,
well, do you want to grow with me or wait when I don't want to come with you, right? Like, and that's
mm,
they don't want to make those chances, even though, like you said, if they had nothing Soca and you find in a lane, you would think they would just see dollar signs and be like, okay, how do we build this with Paige? So this way, Paige and the gym, y'all both have equity in whatever you develop,
yes.
right? Whatever you develop, you keep going over next 10 years. Now the gym has equity. Now the gym can say, now they can put you on the front page and brag about, look at the minorities we got, right? Look at the
Mm,
programs we got because they invested in the groundwork. But no one looks at it like that because they don't want to take a risk, right? Their ship is too big to turn
mm.
and they scared to take it, even though
Ooh,
at some
I like
point
that.
they had to take a risk, right? Because the gym wouldn't exist if they didn't start their first risk. They just don't want to take new risks because they're like, oh, I guess this works, so no reason to change it.
Yeah. That probably could have been it. Mm,
Hey, it is what it is. But see, that we set up on our own path. I'm like, wait a minute. It might be hard for people like me and you to start, but we got to start because then
mhm.
before you know it, especially in Soca, it's not going to even be ran by black people. Everybody else gonna capitalize on it, and then we just sitting there like, well, I guess we took too long, right? Since no one's paying attention to it, why not? We can come up and do it before I'm telling you, it's gonna be gone. Like a lot
Mm.
of things that happen to people's culture, once the masses get it, then it doesn't get traced back to who started it, and then it's gone.
It's our job to keep that alive, though. We can't ever
Exactly,
stop what we started, what we inherited, what we no. They
exactly, and
can
that.
try to, but they would
Hmm.
never. No.
So that's good. So we both struggle with business. You ain't alone, trust me, because I be sitting there like twiddling my thumbs on trying to figure out marketing and business. I'm just like, I I I just not that person, right? And I don't have the funds to be like, let me hire a small team to be like,
Mm.
okay, get me to this point so I could just be on camera, right?
Yeah, that's another thing too, building a team. I found my team within, and I do consider them a team, even though we don't do everything together.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my Soca members are my family. They are
Mm-hmm.
very supportive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that is who I would consider a team for
Mm-hmm.
me,
Mm-hmm.
because at first I was juggling everything, juggling from how to's with logins,
Mm-hmm.
communication,
Mm-hmm.
um, how to get more people in, different people in, and they helped me with that. We went to what they call a pop-up, I guess a pop-up shop
Okay.
thing,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and we set up outside and we had on our shirts and signs and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
that was very nice. And even some of them, they do word of mouth too. They share it. So I
Mm-hmm.
really appreciate the Soca members and everyone that has crossed paths with me that helped me. And I've started voicing that I needed help. I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
voicing it at first either.
Mm-hmm.
I started voicing it and I would meet up with a few of my other fitness friends, such as
Mm-hmm.
what you're doing. I would take notes
Yeah,
and
yeah.
implement those things. But the marketing, yeah, I mean, I feel I'm definitely doing better now, but it's a bitch.
Yeah, it's
Excuse my language, but Lord, oh, it is a tough thing.
it is, man. It really you really it really made me start to appreciate what marketers do and how that because
Yes.
it doesn't matter. You can have the worst product, but if someone can market that worst product in the best way, then you'll have millions of dollars of sales, no matter what kind of product it is. If it's food,
Exactly.
fitness, entertainment, right? Like it's right. It's very
The music, the song could be trash, lyrics, garbage,
mm-hmm. Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But if that video look good, everybody gonna want it, everyone gonna see it, and that's gonna
Mm-hmm.
bring views and that's gonna bring money.
Yeah. Exactly. So it is what
Yeah.
it is. It's an ongoing struggle. But like you said, I think one important thing you said is like asking for help because I know I myself, it's hard for me to ask because I'm so used to doing everything by myself,
Mm.
knowing I eventually have to go past that. And like you said, I'm trying to find ways to ask other people for help, especially on a limited budget, or even if I could barter some of my services because I do other things too to see, okay,
Yeah,
how do we build
I do.
up together, right? Because that's what it's about, right? Like people always just think money, and money is important to get by in life, but they used to barter all the time in the old days, right? Way back.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they did. If you had a skill, you didn't have that skill,
Mm-hmm.
y'all came together and y'all work together, so hopefully
Mm-hmm.
like me and you, we can start to talk every now and then, whatever we struggling with. And now, you have another person in your corner that going to the same thing. Like, oh, I maybe can help you with the technology because I have a degree in telecommunications. So setting up AV tech, setting up audio sound systems, that's what I do. And I also make
Yes.
music for television. So I have a lot of skills. I just don't talk about them
See,
that much, right?
Dennis.
That could be a way to help you, right? Like if you're lacking in that, I can help you with that, and then I can get inspiration from you, right? Your thought process is different of how you go by your fitness moves and what you do, and so it's just trying to build
Yes.
it up. It's just the hard part.
Yeah. Well, it takes a village. So the more you reach out and express, the more people will help. And
Hmm.
everyone else is going up the ladder.
Yeah, exactly. Now,
It is very true.
what made you want to do the YouTube channel? Because it's very different from just teaching in a brick and mortar class, and now you're on YouTube. So, what made you want to start that?
I can tell you what happened. So I literally one my boyfriend and his friend was up here working on stocks, and
Hmm.
my business came up because I started making shirts. I started making shirts.
Okay.
And so he's like, where are you going with that?
Hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
what is that going to do? And ask me all these marketing and growth questions.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, why aren't you on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because that's what they watch for to learn their stocks. And apparently, YouTube is like the new TV. I did not know that.
Hmm. Yeah, it is.
So I had YouTube video from long time, but it wasn't anything serious. It was just like
Mm-hmm.
a prop up and
Mm-hmm.
upload. So when he mentioned YouTube, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, hmm, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never thought about it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
so busy with marketing with people in person.
Yes.
But
Mm-hmm.
he's right. The world is all virtual and shit now, especially off of after or during our pandemic.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I said, you know what? I gotta do a recording. Call up the
Mm-hmm.
girls, do a recording, and
Uh-huh.
let's set up YouTube.
Okay.
So from there, we just started. I've been learning that too because I see a bunch of violation copyright stuff I have to learn.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely in the fitness industry, it is tough because you want to use popular music, right? Because that's what the people know and that's what they like. But then you get copyright, and then you can't. Sometimes, like with my videos, I get blocked. I just can't even upload a video. I'll do a 20-minute video, I can't upload it. So all that work is down the drain, and
Oh,
you can't get my once you get to your channel to be monetized, you can't make any money off of those videos anyway because
I heard
the
about that.
copyright owners, they just claim all that money, which they have a right to because they
Hmm.
created the music. So that's why a little tidbit now I'm throwing out. I'm creating something called Stream Vibes, and it's going to be for fitness instructors to be able to monetize their videos. It's going to be all instrumental. It's going to be all free, right? I'm trying to grow something bigger than myself because I understand the struggle. Because like I said, I make music for television and I teach fitness, so I understand the licensing rules and copyrights and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So that's what I'm trying to create for fitness instructors, so they can feel confident about. Okay, it might not be the most commercial music, but at least you can get
Your
monetized.
video uploaded too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
No
get it uploaded too,
copyright.
right? Like, so it's kind of tough. Like that's why, like one strategy I've been doing now because I've grown my channel is dance videos and offset it with just talking, like this interview, right?
Mm.
This interview will be able to be monetize. Now, I'm not all about the money, but it's a way to offset. Well, if I give you 10 dancing videos, I at least give you maybe 2 talking videos, whether it be
Mm,
mindset, about your fitness, about nutrition. So that way it can offset. Well, if I can't make money off of those other videos, then I'll make money off the ones I'm talking and educating you.
yes,
Right. So it's
yes, I hear
definitely,
that.
it's a game to learn, unfortunately, in the business we in. Like that's just the unfortunate part of trying to do this stuff like now. Like Peloton, they pay for
Mhm.
their stuff, right? They have a budget to pay for all the music they use. So that's why they're able to just use all the music they want to, because they will go to the record companies and say, hey, we playing this music, let's work out a deal. Your recording artists, they get a little piece, but we continue to use, but they have to pay hefty
Mm,
fees, right? But
yeah.
there's nothing like that for us yet, the small creators that
Hmm.
love to use the music. But it is what it is, man.
I like that idea. I love that you have more to offer too.
I know I'm trying to, man. Like I said, I'm trying to expand myself beyond just me,
Yes,
right? And help
yes.
people. If I give this away to fitness instructors and spread the word and help, then it's like we can build a community together. And then my goal is more people will come on and help join the cause of like, let's get this music, like good music that's catering to a certain demographic that
Hmm.
their music is not in general rotations, right? Like trying to make soca music or making Afrobeat music, stuff you won't see on like Epidemic Sound, where they have you can pay a
Mm.
monthly fee. They don't have this kind of music because they don't want to cater to the small niche people who use this kind of music. But hopefully, I'm coming out with my stuff. I don't know when it'd be this year, but you
Whoop,
know,
whoop.
I know.
More
Hopefully,
goals. Let's go, Dennis.
hopefully it'd be good. We don't know. Like I said, it's all the
Trial and
marketing,
error,
man.
baby. Just do it. Just
Oh, I'm doing it.
dive into it.
I'm doing it now. I'm creating all the music and doing all the stuff. It just takes time. That's all it is. So, but yeah, I'm doing it. So,
That it does. But that time will be worth it. Just don't give up on it.
oh, I won't.
That definitely there's gonna be some trial and error on that one, but
Hmm.
all in all, I feel it would reach a purpose that someone like me would need
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like no one is honing in on fitness instructors exclusively, right? Like other companies, they do content creators and stuff, which because that
Mhm.
market is big, but right, fitness instructors who do YouTube and stuff like that, copyright music is a big problem, right?
Oh
It's
God.
it's it's a very big problem, but no one has addressed it, even though fitness is huge. Like it relies on music to move you, right? Like so, it makes no sense that the companies only work with the big companies like a
Mm.
Peloton to have these kind of contracts to make it easy to play all the copyrighted music they want.
They started off like that. Peloton, they started off
I don't. They
um
they probably what they probably did. My thinking
somebody buy them out.
is you being a new company, they go and they get investors, right? Because at the scale they're at right now, you would need some real big capital money, right? Like
Mm.
me and you maybe can start something like that, but it's gonna take a lot of money to hire all these. I mean, they do like 10 live streams a day, right?
Mm.
I don't have the money to pay 10 instructors for live
Yeah,
streams every day and have someone behind the audio switching it, editing,
yeah.
and right.
That's what going on. Wow.
So they probably started like, okay, here's the business plan, going to the banks, going to the investors and saying, we need, let's say, $500,000 because license music just to get the music, we gonna need to pay $200,000 just to go to the record companies.
Mm.
And right then they need capital for the bikes to buy all the bikes inventory. Then they need capital for the marketing. They need capital for the instructors and this. They have an actual studio where they do everything at. So everybody comes to their studio and tapes all the thing, right? So that's another expense. So that's probably
Mm.
what I assume that they company did, right? But a lot of small companies don't have that time. They don't have that resources to be like, I got my idea and be like, okay, just give me all this money.
Yeah, yeah, not yet.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
not
Not
yet
when you start off.
until you start proving that okay, maybe we'll give you some money.
Yeah. Oh
Right,
man. I
right.
didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's all the part, and it's good, right? Like that, we have these kind of conversations because there's maybe something you don't know or something I don't know. But if we don't talk to nobody, we ain't gonna never know what we don't know.
That's why we said speak up earlier, right? Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You got to. That's why I did start too, sharing on my channel like things about my business. I used to do it on Instagram, and even if I have months where I don't make money, I share it to show people
Mm,
like this goes beyond just us dancing on camera, right? Like it's trying to craft minds and look, think about it differently. Think about the business side of it too, right? Because someone watching it could be like, oh, I want to go into business and then try to manage us. And then they might be the
mm.
greatest business person ever known to man, right?
Hey,
All because you decide
we
to
all
share
have a
something
skill.
about your business because a lot of people on YouTube don't share the behind the scenes of their business,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's a scare thing to say, if you're making a lot of money, you don't want to talk about it. If you ain't making no money, you don't want to talk about it, right? So it's very important to share these different type of things.
Oh yes. I am very authentic with my people in
Mm-hmm.
class. So a small backstory with me, especially with confidence, is
Mm-hmm.
you see this interview here?
Mm-hmm.
Me set up camera, me talk in front camera.
Mm-hmm.
No, I disliked it like really, really dislike the camera talking in front of the camera. I hate interviews. I hated it, but I can hold a conversation in person. It's just
Mm-hmm.
something about the camera that really just diminishes me, and I'm just like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but I've been practicing. I overcome it each time, and the only way to overcome that was to be in front of the camera. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like each time somebody did want to interview me, like I'll be honest, I almost email you back and said, you know, Dennis, maybe another time,
Mm-hmm.
because I was nervous, but you have to keep doing it and overcome it. And so with the whole just being authentic,
Mm-hmm.
it's easier for me in person with my people. I don't have any videos posted to where I'm expressing my in and outs with my business.
Mm-hmm.
But if you talk to any of my Soca members, they will
Mm-hmm.
tell you because I tell them everything.
And that's fine too, right? Like, right, you don't have to. I'm just saying, right? Like that's an approach, and it's good because you can still grow being authentic for the people in class. Because I know other instructors, they don't have YouTube. I know some other, like it's Soca Size that's in Canada.
I
They
love them
they do some YouTube, but they don't really be on it. But I've been to their classes
in Soca now.
in Toronto, and I'm telling you, man, like it's the same thing. Like you said, they're a community, man. Like they help each other out, and it's just like you can tell that they doing something more, right?
Mhm.
Like that people wouldn't see outside just looking in. They just think, oh, it's just a dance class, right? Like they think that's all it is. But I'm like, no, they live the whole flaunt lifestyle, how they have up there, and they have like they get together and they do parties and they do stuff
Mhm.
outside of the gym. So you
Mhm.
realize you don't have to share all those things, and it's good that, like you said, you still building it with your members, and that's all you need, right? Like it depends at the end of the day what are your goals, right? Because you don't
Mhm.
have to be $1 million business to affect people,
No.
right? You may
The
all,
impact on your people could be way bigger than that.
yeah,
The impact that you leave
mm-hmm,
on this, that you leave the earth with,
mm-hmm,
is on those people, the hearts you touch.
mm-hmm,
Without the $1 million, million people,
mm-hmm,
they'll remember you for you being authentic, kind,
yep.
caring, you know. So,
And then it goes along, like I said, I still have some people remember when I used to teach in Indiana. I mean, this is like 10 years ago, and they still remember me of how I made them felt in the class, right? So, like you said,
mhm.
that to me is better than trying to
That is a million
get,
bucks. Oh,
yeah, like you said, because it lasts as an impact, right? I'd rather have someone feel great, right? And but
mhm.
now we're in the age of worrying about numbers, and you got to get to YouTube to a certain amount, you got to get to Instagram and TikTok to a certain amount. It's like, okay, I get it, but where did we lose the impact?
Oh,
It's like we lost it trying to chase. numbers. I don't care how many people follow me because it's just an arbitrary number. It's I want to hear impact, right? About did you lose the weight because of my videos? Did you feel better after work because of my videos? And it's like that's real impact,
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Agreed.
right?
Agreed. And that's why we should have people doing the number side because that is important, but let somebody
Yeah,
else do
yeah,
it.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Let someone else do it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and it's
The
great.
the 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 introverts, I think they like because they don't care about the impact of people.
Well, it
They
depends. I
don't like
mean,
people.
because like actually, people don't know I'm actually an introvert. They might think I'm an extrovert, but I'm
You
an
gotta
introvert.
be half and half. The introverts don't like people.
I, and that's why I'm.
They don't like
That's
to be out. You're in front of a crowd and dancing to people.
but
But
it's
introvert, you
different.
don't do that.
For me, it's different. Like if I'm in front of people, I'm going off. I love to perform. That is my thing. Like I don't care how many people watching. I won't ever be shy. But
Hmm.
I am introverted, right? Like that's just how my nature is. I'm quiet unto myself. I usually work by myself. That's why it's so hard for me to try to find team and reach out because I am.
Uh,
So it's like I'm more introverted than extroverted. But if you didn't know me and just saw like my channel, and
yes.
you would think I'm an extroverted person, but I'm really
That's
not.
that's what you gave me.
I'm really not. Like 90% of the time, I'm chill. I'm talking like this, and I'm thinking all the time about deep stuff, like all kinds of things. So it's like
Wow.
fitness is just a small part of what I do. I just happen to love it a lot.
I like your alter ego. When you come out, you're like,
Like
yeah, dance,
it
dance.
is, man. Like sometimes when I be invited to do a fitness event with different instructors and stuff, I just be in a corner like my arms folded. Like people think I'm mad. I'm really not.
What?
But as soon as I hit that stage, they don't even know
Tape
where this
off, mask
like you
off.
said,
Let's
everything is off,
mm.
man. I'm just like they don't know where this person come from. But I like to show my innerness through what I do with my energy and stuff, right? So
That is very interesting. Not surprising, but very interesting. Because I did look at your videos and I definitely would have put you as an extrovert first.
most people do, and then they'd be surprised if I'm just chilling and we're not talking about much. It depends on what we're talking about. If you ain't talking about nothing, then I'm not talking. I'm not. I don't talk to talk, right? So, but I'm glad that you building your confidence because it is important, right? To like you said, and that you admitted to me that you was going to say no. Let me do it another time, right? And I'm like,
Mm,
and it wouldn't have been no sweat off my back, right? Because I'm emailing different people and then getting no responses, right? Trying to do this different initiative, and I'm like, well,
mhm.
I can't take it personally. This is like this
Right.
is your time, and I really appreciate you taking time out of your. You could be doing anything right now, and you taking time to
I'm
do
gonna take
this,
this out my hair.
right? So it's good that you're actually practicing to try to get better because that's what you need. Like you actively thinking about, okay, I can get better with on camera presence or talking an interview like this over through the Zoom with camera and microphone.
Yes. Yes, I'll tell you this, I have my struggles too, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't be preaching one things to my people and not
Mm-hmm.
doing for myself with
Mm-hmm.
things that I struggle with. Because nutrition and fitness is something that I'm already comfortable with and I'm already
Mm-hmm.
doing. And I'm getting people in class that are not comfortable with these things. You
Mm-hmm.
understand me?
Yeah, yeah.
So to preach to someone that's uncomfortable doing something to kind of to make them feel comfortable to do something, I need to
Mm-hmm.
do that for myself.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not perfect. I'm not drifting to be perfect. But if I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to complain about not wanting to be in front of the camera, then I need to do something about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's oftentimes how we reframe our thinking, right? Like I try to like with marketing, I try to say instead of keep saying I'm just bad at marketing, it was like, well, that's not my strong suit. How can I improve just a little bit to make it? Right? Like you said, just a little bit, like however many interviews you've done, well, this might be a little improvement. Like you said, you're trying to preach because I do the same thing to my, in class people, especially when I'm teaching at a gym, like you can make small improvements and make big changes over time,
Mm-hmm.
right? We just
Oh
don't
yes.
think about those small changes because we think it has to go from 0 to 100 in order to be effective. When
Sometimes
that's
we want it overnight.
oh no, yeah, you want it before overnight. I want it like now, right? But I try to, like I said, it's about reframing because I often ask my question, okay, if I had all this success, if my business was making, let's say, $1 million a year, I had 50 employees, I had 10 million YouTube subscribers. If I had that right now, would I even be ready to handle that?
Mm.
And the answer, most likely, will always be no, right?
Mhm.
I'm not ready to handle $1 million business. I don't even know how to handle. I can't even get my business to reach anything. So how am I going to manage $1 million company?
Ooh.
Right? How am I going to manage 10 million subscribers all wanting different things from me? I don't know how to handle
Mm.
that pressure. Right? I'm already pressuring myself with the little numbers I have now. So you multiply that, more people are going to be wanting more stuff all the
Yeah.
time. So it's
More
like
money, more problem.
I'm not ready, right? So it's about reframing, right? To not say that you're not great at interviews, you're just getting better. You're not comfortable
Mhm.
yet to, because all you need to know is a little bit more than someone else. That's it. We think we need to be a super expert. No, you just need to know a little bit more. You need to look a little bit more confident than the next person. And that's all you need because they ain't going to realize anything.
Yeah. Yeah. If you mess up, not gonna know.
Yeah, they're not, unless you let them know,
Mhm.
right? Because they looking at you, you are an authority. Whether you think you're not, you are an authority. Just like you starting a YouTube channel, people might look at you different, like, oh, dang, she's brave, right? You putting yourself out there when people don't like being on camera. A lot of people don't like
Mhm.
being filmed on camera, right? They might look embarrassed, but you starting, so you are an authority. You just got to keep
Yeah.
building a little authority over time.
I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm in progress.
Well, that's good. So we about to wrap this up, and I want to ask, how can people get in contact with you?
Well, the quickest way is through email. It will be www.socafitness.net. It'll be the quickest way through email. Um, Instagram, Paige Romans. Paige is spelled Paige.
Mm-hmm.
Romans, like in the Bible, Romans. Um, and let me see, I'm there on Facebook. I have Facebook. I have
Okay.
Facebook, but the best way to contact me will be through email. You can also visit the website. The website is socafitness.net.
Mm-hmm.
All the information is there. The email is there, the
Mm-hmm.
Instagram is there, the Facebook is there,
Okay.
the class and everything is there. Everything there on the website. You can
Mm-hmm.
just tap
And what
that.
about what's in the name of your YouTube page so people can find you on YouTube?
It is Paige Romans Soca Fitness.
That's
And I made it that way because I branded myself first,
mm-hmm.
so everybody knows Paige Romans, and I will follow up with Soca Fitness. So
That's good.
yeah, man.
That's good. So I'm glad. I want to thank you as we wrap this up and coming to an end. Thank you, Paige, for being on this interview. This was a great interview. It was great meeting you for the first time. Like I wouldn't even know that you didn't like being on camera and talking because you are a
So
talkative
many
person.
people don't know. I was to training the other day with my friend, and he wanted me to do. He's like, "All right, we're gonna do like a 5 second video," and I just started tearing up in my eyes. I was like, "Video, really?" He's like, "Really? You're scared of the camera?" He see. I said, "This is what happens." I just get nervous, anxiety.
Mm-hmm. It takes practice and time. That's all it is. So,
Plenty.
but yeah, I want to thank you for joining. We're going to be out. Make sure y'all follow her page. I'm telling you, she got some soca workouts. Because I know y'all love some soca. And if you want some more, go follow her stuff because she got some real good stuff, some real good music, some real good wine, and real good vibes. Check her out. And we out. Peace.
Thank you.